More and more you learn to sit down quietly, and more you are at rest with yourself. Your thoughts will be just a very silent procession, as even in silence the clouds float through the space and disappear. So also, the marching of the thoughts, the caravan of your memories, of a very silent march, in the silence awareness that you are. When the thoughts do not make you restless, there shall be no compulsive speech. If thoughts drive you restless, to escape the agitating thoughts, you continue to speak it out or do something. But when you are at rest with yourself, your memories are a silent companion. There is no compulsive action or speech. There is nothing in this life which you cannot take, cannot accept. Everything is accepted as it is. That is where, in the language of God, we call it prasada. Prasada buddhi, an attitude of prasada in English, in Sanskrit, which when received from the sanctum sanctorum, accepted as it is, the whole creation is the sanctum of God. He is the creation and creator, one and the same. Call it he, she, it, is all one and the same. Whatever unfolds in life, accepted with the grace. So see for yourself. More and more you sit down quietly, being with yourself. Your memories, your thoughts will not agitate you. And therefore, your speeches deliberate, your actions conscious, always in meditation. Just be that stillness, awareness that you are. Om Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyam. Please read that article, please. Verse number 368. Let's start with 367. Yogasya prathamadvaram Bhangnirodho parigraha Nirasa cha niriha cha Nityam ekanta silata Ekanta sthiti Indriyoparamane Heturdamaschetasa Samrodhe karanam Samena vilayam Yayadaham vasana Tenanandarasanubhuti Achala Brahmi sada yogina Tasma chitta nirodha Eva satatam Karye prayatno mune Ekanta sthiti Indriyoparamane Heturdamaschetasa Samrodhe karanam Samena vilayam Yayadaham vasana Tenanandarasanubhuti Achala Brahmi sthiti Brahmi sada yogina Tasma chitta nirodha Eva satatam Karye prayatno mune. Right. So I hope you have not only read these verses again, but also see the truth of it in your own life. Please understand, when you go through physics, chemistry, mathematics, history, geography, all these lessons, these are not meant for, those lessons. You can just read it as you like. Even if you don't understand at one time, it makes no difference to you. Later on, you may pick it up. Whereas, this is the subject matter, which is your own nature. The scriptures do not talk about something speculative. There is no promise in Upanishads. The Vedas, when they talk about this understanding of one's own self, is not some type of a speculative philosophy. What you shall be, what you can be, what you may be. There is no such speculation. Very clearly said, Tat Tvam Asi, that thou art. You are that. So there is no question of you're waiting for understanding this knowledge and you're not understanding it because it is yourself. The subject in all these books is you. So what is that is talking about? Myself. And all that discipline, so-called discipline, sadhana, whatever is talked about, facilitates your understanding of yourself. And when your experiences are taken into account, you cannot escape. So when he says that you want to be with yourself, abide in yourself, you must consciously, continuously strive for it. When he says that, the first thing he talks to you about is, first is yogasya prathamadvara vak nirodha, vang nirodha. If you have contemplated upon the ideas that I have shared with you yesterday, very clearly you can see disorganized, habitual speech is a reflection of an unconscious mind. An unconscious mind, where you are not aware as to what type of thoughts are appearing, disappearing, you unconsciously become garrulous. It's just like a child talking to himself. The child crying, the child smiling, or like a madman. Whatever comes to the mind, the madman speaks. He cannot keep quiet. Same thing also, adult behavior, if you look at it, sometimes they also behave exactly like grown-up children. The adults behave like they are just a grown-up child because totally unconscious speech or unconscious action, physical movement. So that shows when you are so restless that you come to the level of the physical body itself, what is the question of your going beyond your thought? Please appreciate. To be absolutely still with yourself as to who you are, which you always are, in reality you cannot do anything. That is something, is your nature. But because of the habitual identification with the mind, the person has engaged himself in so many different physical activities. As a result, your activities are more the expression of your agitation than a conscious meditation. A person who is aware of himself, he can be more active than anybody else in this world, but he can be absolutely steady, totally conscious, totally restful. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, when we study, we shall see karmani akarmaya pasyet akarmani cha karmaya sabuddhiman manusyeshu. Very beautifully Krishna says, sabuddhiman manusyeshu, among the human beings, indeed this person is buddhiman, really intelligent. Buddhiman, very beautiful word in Sanskrit. Buddhi asya asti. Who doesn't have the buddhi? Everybody has buddhi. No, one who makes use of the buddhi is buddhiman. Dhani does not mean dhano asya asti. One who has the wealth is dhani. No, one who has the expression of the wealth. One who knows how to use the wealth, he is a dhani, the rich man. A beggar can sit down on millions but still be begging. The person who is sitting on millions is not rich. Where you see the expression of riches, that is the rich person. Intelligent everybody is, because native intelligence is given to all. But one who makes use of the intelligence. And how do you make use of your intelligence? To appreciate karmani akarmaya pasyet. One who sees in and through the action, the total actionlessness, that is restfulness of yourself. Such a person, you are like the cyclone. The eye of the cyclone. The cyclone moves in tremendous speed. But in the eye of the cyclone, there is total stillness. Can you be a person functioning like that? Absolutely still with yourself, in the periphery, at your thought level, body level, tremendous activity is taking place. That is why you shall see, you know the mythology, when you see that, Brahma is supposed to be the creator. Vishnu is supposed to be the sustainer. Vishnu sustains this creation. And how does he sustain? Sleeping inside the Milky Ocean. It's the most fantastic symbol you can ever come across. The one who is supposed to sustain this infinite universe is happily relaxed in the Milky Ocean under the bed of a snake, and Lakshmi, Bhudevi, Sri Devi as they call it, they are serving him, and Brahma is chanting the Vedas. A manager of the universe who is always asleep. Why? He has moved everything in such a way, after that he doesn't have to be behind anything. The best management is like that, where you are totally at rest with yourself. You have put everything on the move, but you are always at rest with yourself. Where the wealth serves you, body serves you, intelligence serves you. Always blissful with yourself. So, please take that example. It's not a happy person, contented person, meditative person does not mean an inactive person. That is a huge misunderstanding in the name of meditation. What are you doing? These days I am meditating. Meditating is not a job for you to waste your life on. As I told you yesterday the example, the ace driver is not the one who is sitting on a car. The ace driver is the one who is moving with the car with top speed, 200, 300 kilometers speed, reaching goals after goals after goals, reaching destinations of destinations, but absolutely under control. A meditative person is not closing the eyes, sitting under a tree and begging around and making everybody feel miserable also, because others have to work for him to be quiet. That is the most disastrous thing you can do. For you to be comfortable, others must be uncomfortable. Don't you think you should sacrifice your life for that? What a waste of time. That is why you become like a parasite, living on others. No. For me to be living, let me work. Why should other person go through discomfort? For my comfort. If you are a sensitive person, you will not do it. A meditative person does not mean a burden on others. A meditative person is one who can take more burden than others. Because when you are absolutely restful, comfortable with yourself, you can take more burden than others because you are so strong with yourself. Nothing disturbs you. How much responsibility you can take? Enormous responsibility. Because you are at rest with yourself. So I hope you have looked at it. Long before you take other people's responsibility, can you take the responsibility, the burden of your own memories? Ask that question. Can you live with the past? Can you live with your memories? Can you live with the burden of your past? All the memories are just your life story. The story of the physical body, its experiences, expressions, who you are is not a memory. Consciousness, the truth that you are, is not a memory. Understand? You are always with yourself. And that is why you are comfortable with your thoughts. And when you are comfortable with your thought, naturally, your speech is deliberate, your actions are measured, conscious. Okay. Suppose you cannot be like that, start from the other end. Make your speeches very little. In a sense, your speeches are very controlled speeches. You choose not to speak. Vang nirodha. You don't speak. Why? Because at this moment the purpose is, I must be with myself. If you go on speaking, go on engaging yourself in activity, your mind can go little more crazy. So you continuously, you shut up in the beginning stages, you don't speak anything anymore. And therefore you have a natural falling back to your thought level. And when you consciously go on watching your thought, you know you are the witness, sakshi, awareness. So that is why contemplation is so much necessary. Anyway, yesterday both the classes I took on that. As I told you, please write your note on that particular verse. And I want to see that. Not only what you understand, most important is, please, I shall see, I'll read what you write down. But you will know how you are living. Writing down, anybody can write down. A person who is continuously smoking can write down why nobody should smoke, but he doesn't stop. What you write down is for others' consumption. How you live is for your consumption. Make it very honest with yourself. You are conscious of your speech, conscious of your action, conscious of your thought, always restful. So restful that you, and the restfulness is not the silence of the sepulchre. It's not the silence of the cremation ground. No, it's the silence of a creativity. A totally creative silence. You are silent, you are not dead. A dead body also lies down. It creates fear, invokes fear in people's heart, dead body. A man in meditation, also sitting down quiet. It doesn't invoke fear, it invokes peace and stillness around. So when we talk about this restfulness, we are not talking about the restfulness of the dead. It's a living silence, a living restfulness. You see it for yourself. Okay, having told this now whatever he told those things now in that on the next verse, beautifully he writes it down. Sankara'S verses are just amazing. Ekanta sthiti indriyo paramane hetuhu damaha. Ekanta is, he told what you should do. Yoga, if you want to reach that, if you want to be with yourself, first thing you should do is vang nirodha, speech, controlled speech. Not absence of speaking, but knowing what you are speaking. Then vang nirodha, thereafter aparigraha, non-possession. So that physical activity also, I have explained to you yesterday. And then nirasa, niriha, and the last one was ekanta silata, learning to be alone. That is not a life's goal. Again and again I must tell you, it's not a life's goal. What are you doing? I am living alone under a tree. That's not life's goal. While training, while understanding, while you are engaging yourself in the pursuit of this knowledge, You must sit down in a class. 100 people, 1,000 people, 100,000 people may be sitting down. But the teacher is connected to each student. Teacher, student, teacher, student, teacher, student. It's not that 100,000 students and one. No. Teacher, student, teacher, student. Each person listens to himself. When each person listens, then ekanta silata. You go back to your place and you continuously think for yourself. And that will be possible only if you are interested in discovering the happiness that you are. So when you do this, from there he continues. Ekanta sthitihi. If I do, this will happen. Indriyo paramane hetu. It is the cause for indriya uparamana. When you are living alone, your sense organs naturally, effortlessly are withdrawn from the world of objects. Suppose you stay closing yourself in your room. Call it a cave, modern cave. If you stay to your room, why? Not because you are frustrated, not because you are angry, not because you are upset, but you want to be with yourself. You see that? How beautiful it is. When somebody is angry, somebody is frustrated, somebody feels miserable, that time, somebody is angry, somebody is frustrated, somebody feels miserable, that time he gets into the room by himself. That is not for meditation, that is for crying, that is for being miserable. You are sitting alone in your room, but what are you doing? Crying. She told me like that, he told me like that, she did that to me, he did that to me. Very much alone. You are not contemplating on misery. You are under the spell of misery. Whereas when you choose to be alone, choose to be withdrawn, everything is fine, but I choose to be withdrawn. Why? Because I want to be with myself. And when you choose to be alone in your room, naturally that is the time you are withdrawing yourself from the senses, the sense objects, meaning sounds are far away, your doors are closed, sound don't reach you. There is nothing much to see, and whatever little in the room itself you close your eyes, that also is gone. Touching, there is nothing to touch. You are just simply sitting down in one place. Then there is nothing to taste, no food, no smell of any kind. Indriyo paramane, the only breathing taking place, life is throbbing. If you stay like that, in the absence of a perception, there shall be no new agitation. In the absence of a perception, there will be no new agitation. Listen carefully. You are observing your memory, and therefore you are consciously deciding not to express your memories into action. In the absence of new perception, that also doesn't trigger any movement. See how beautiful? This is known as the Dhamma. Indriyo paramane Dhamma. When the Indriya, the sense organs withdrawn under itself, Dhamma. When thus there is a lack of perception, Chetasaha samrodhe karanam, it becomes karanam, instrumental in chittasya samrodhe, in holding the mind in its own place. Because there is no new, whatever is old, memories are there, you are conscious of it, comfortable with it, there is no new perception. When you do that, samena bilayam yayadaham vasana. So with the Dhamma, with your withdrawal of the sense organs from the sense object, no new perception, no new memories. Because you are comfortable with your thoughts as it is, aham vasana yayat, the I thought goes away. Because I'm so happy with myself, there is no question of I engaging myself in any activity. Understand? When I am the happiness itself, there is nobody to come up and say, I should use this thought now. Why am I thinking this? I should be using this thought. Naturally goes away. That is why you become so objective. The thoughts will come, but there is nobody to be pushed around. Just think. You please see this. Very, very important. Please see this. Suppose there are objects around. As you are going, you sit down in one place, there are objects. Does the object pull you? Just think. Does the object pull you? If you really understand that, now you close your eyes. Imagine. Why should you imagine? Just see. When you close your eyes, now you are being conscious of all your thoughts. Just like you are watching the objects. Objects don't pull you. You are being watching the thoughts. The thoughts don't pull you either. The thought is another world inside. This is the sound of the bird. There is a memory of the sound of the bird. There is a touch. There is a memory of a touch. There is a smell. There is a memory of the smell. So if the outside world is full of gross objects, your inside world is full of subtle memories, thoughts. So as even the gross object cannot pull the gross body, the subtle thoughts should not pull the subtle I, the I thought. This is another one, just observing, as though. Is I thought is another thought. So if you are restful with yourself, no more the I is there. Because I am with myself, I don't depend on the I thought. Does the flower depend on a name to exist? Nothing depends on a name to exist. So your dependence on the I thought for your existence is gone. You don't need to say I, you don't need to think I to be. Aham vasana yayat, I thought also is counteracted, nullified. Are you getting that point? It's so beautiful. Tena rasanubhuti achala brahmi sada yogine. Tena, by this samena, when this ahankara, I thought, vasana yayat, meaning totally counteracted, now you are with yourself, tena ananda rasanubhuti achala brahmi sada yogina. Brahmi rasanubhuti, brahma rasam. Pivare, Brahma, what is that? Power, Pivare, what rasam? Rama rasam. Not garlic rasam. So, Pivare, are you getting that drink? What is it? Rama rasam, Brahma, all these, call it Rama, Brahman, Atma, Self, whatever you like. The person revels in himself. Achala. This Brahmi Rasanubhuti, achala, it never gets counteracted, negated, dismissed at any time. Sada yogina, and this is the sada, all times, all places, in all conditions, one is with himself. This is the ultimate yoga. Therefore, tasma, since it is the ultimate, begins with what? Vang nirodha. Tasma chitta nirodha eva sadatam karyam prayatno munehe. Munehe prayatna karya. For the Muni, Muni means manana silavan. Muni does not mean dadiwala, long beard, chandan, vibhuti. Suppose you ask a person, please, just think, please paint an engineer. How will you paint? Please paint the picture of a lawyer. Usually what do you do? You give the uniform, right? Black gown, a lawyer. But is a black gown a lawyer? A lawyer may put on a black gown. Putting on a black gown, nobody has become a lawyer. So put up a Muni. Please paint a Muni. So immediately skeletal body, dadi, matted hair, skyscraper matted hair. 4 or 5 layers, top like this, then dadi also like this, and then, a skeletal body, Muni. Manana Silavan Muni, one who is reflecting, continuously contemplating on himself. How are you going to paint? How are you going to paint him? But people put up the dress. Understand? Please see for yourself. It's a person who is continuously contemplating, prayatna karya. What should he do? Chitta nirodha eva karyam. Vang nirodha, chitta nirodha. It begins with your speech, but then speech can be automatically be controlled, regulated when you are conscious of your thought. At the level of the thought, if you can grasp it, all your physical activities and speeches are conscious. That is why you look at your life throughout the day, how many times you are sleeping. S-L-I-P-P-I-N-G, sleeping. Suddenly get into a mood, angry, shouting. Please understand, especially in an ashram atmosphere where you have come to study, here nobody has come to regulate nobody. Are you getting that? The only one person can regulate everybody, the teacher. If the teacher is not crazy, you need not worry about anybody else. Why? Because the primary relationship is in this place with the teacher. The whole place is a teaching institution. Teaching, learning. So the teacher teaches, the student learns. Rest of the things, other things have to be taken care as far as possible in a harmonious way. Why? Because we have to manage. Houses have to be kept clean, food has to be provided, kitchen has to run, plants have to be planted, guests have to be taken care. So many things have to be done. So there are so many people are doing so many things. Why? Facilitating. Each one is contributing towards facilitating everybody's chance for getting this knowledge. If the place is not maintained, how many people are going to come and listen to this? So different types of responsibilities are there. So now each person should see, why am I here for? Am I here to understand myself, or am I here to create problem for others? Okay. Is there anybody who is supposed to, who has come here only to create problem for others? Nobody. There is no such person in this crowd. Everybody has come how to help himself and how to help getting this knowledge. Therefore, if you keep yourself away in your room, nobody is going to misunderstand. Always keeping in the room, then why else is come for? Because this is his preparation stage. The person wants to see it for himself. And the understanding reflects in your life. You may close yourself in a room, but when you come out, you are a sunshine. You are not a gloomy, dark person. Because if you are sitting inside the room, feeling miserable, you are sitting inside the room, working, reacting, then when you come out also, you will come out much more vicious. Because you are miserable inside the room. But when you come out, you will come back with greater energy for destroying everybody. Because you are continuously reacting. But when you go and close yourself in a room to be with yourself, how do you come out? A sun is rising. Absolute restfulness, beauty. So see that. So using this place, using this chance to be with myself. Manasa nirodha eva karya. That is, you don't try to control anybody else. You try to observe your mind, how exactly it is. As I told in the example, remember, when you are driving on a highway, you don't keep other people's car under control. You keep your car under control. Then in life's highway, why trying to control other people's lives? You control your life. Make your life beautiful and facilitate other person also learning driving. It is just like when somebody is go with an elbowed. You have seen on the road. When you see somebody is elbowed, what does it mean? Do you give him a rough time? The moment you say somebody is going with a elbowed, you go, even though you are top driver, you go out of the way. Why? Poor thing doesn't know how to negotiate. Therefore, you facilitate him becoming a master. So you take your long turn. You don't expect, that fellow is coming nearer. That fellow will come nearer. Because he doesn't know how to drive the car. So you are giving him a lot of space and you are moving. Same thing also. A person who is with the elbowed, now learning, that person maybe sometimes reacts, sometimes gets angry, sometimes gets upset. We'll see. Like that. So you keep your life fully controlled, that is, conscious of yourself. Sadaiva nirodha karya. Always be conscious of your mind and therefore your action. Okay, having told this, now read. Now it gives you the method. This comes in Kathopanishad, this line. But anyway, it doesn't matter where from it comes. Same thing everybody has to tell. What else can you do? Vacham niyache atmani tam niyache budho dhyam yachache buddhi sakshini tam chapi purnatmani nirvikalpe vilapya santim paramam bhajasva. Right. It is not to be, you can read it also. Vacham nyachatmanitam niyache buddho dhyam yacha cha buddhi sakshini tam chapi purnatmani nirvikalpe vilapya santim paramam bhajasva. Vacham niyachatmanitam niyache buddho dhyam yacha cha buddhi sakshini tam chapi purnatmani nirvikalpe vilapya santim paramam bhajasva. See, vilapya paramam santim bhajasva. See, how many books, scriptures, texts ever talk this type of language? Just think of it. Paramam shantim bhajasva. May you gain absolute peace, which is never subject to loss at any time, any place, any condition in your life. Where do you come across this type of teaching? Just think. When you study in the schools and colleges, what do they say? Be a physicist, be a mathematician, be a historian, all right, then what will happen? Then you get money, get job, get things. Nothing wrong. But why do I want all these things? Why do I want to be educated? Why do I want a job? Why do I want money? Ultimately, to be happy with myself. How many people really keep track of it? You completely lose sight of the purpose of existence itself. We search for happiness in the object, and in the objects we get lost. Why did you start the search? Looking for happiness. Then why do you lose yourself? In the object, in a job, in a money, in a relationship, in a religion, in a practice, in a God, in a guru, in something. You completely lose yourself. See the teaching, this tradition is something so fantastic. Paramam Santim Bhajasva. May you gain the absolute peace. Where? Not with the guru. Not with the teacher or the scripture or the God. But in yourself. How many traditions can completely withdraw themselves? The teacher withdraws himself. The scripture withdraws itself. Veda nirvedo bhavati. Veda becomes useless. The Guru says, Guru naiva sishya chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. There is no disciple, no teacher. There is only one Shiva, one awareness. There is no scripture, na shastram, na nirodho, na chatpatti, na vaddho, na cha sadhaka. There is no creation, no dissolution, no bondage, no liberation, no scripture, no God, no Guru, no nothing. Can you believe? It's like a person who helps you out and says, I am not there to help you. I am not existing. Don't be grateful to me. Oof. Paramam Santim Bhajasva. How? You do it by yourself. Somebody helps you out. Bacham niyacha atmani. Bacham atmani niyacha. Atmani here means manasi. Atma, the word, the absolute meaning is consciousness, yourself. The relative is deho vayatma, mano vayatma, indriyo vayatma. So the word atma can be used for any sense. Yet it is the absolute. Ultimately, in the absolute sense also it is used about yourself. So here, vacham niyacha atmani, vacham. All your words may you resolve in your mind. Manasi. Tamcha niyacha buddhau. Manaha, this sankalpa vikalpa atmaka manaha, that which is doubting perceptions, buddhau, resolve it in the buddhi, where there is decision, deliberation, that type of thought. All that, thoughts of different kinds, whether it is mana, buddhi, sankalpa, vikalpa, there is doubting perception, or there is definite perception, definite knowledge. Both the type of memories may you resolve in sakshini, buddhi sakshini, in the sakshi, that is witness of all thoughts. Should you understand the witness or should you be the witness? Come on, take that line. Should you understand the witness or be the witness? Are you getting that? If you say, I understand the witness, ahankara is not trying to say, I understand the witness. Are you getting that? You cannot, are you getting that? You cannot understand the witness. You can be the witness. What is that to understand the witness? Anything you understand, you are not. You understand physics, you understand chemistry. Whatever I am not, I have to understand it. Whatever I am, shall I understand or shall I be? That is why I have to be myself or I have to understand myself. Your sense of being, buddhisakshini. So may you resolve your words on the thoughts in the sakshi, that is yourself. Buddhisakshini. Tam chapi purnatmani nirvikalpe. That sakshi witness here, consciousness, atma, purna atma nirvikalpe, sarvatma bhava. Consciousness here indeed is everywhere, all pervasive. So that is why you don't think in terms of meditation inside my head. That which is inside your head also outside your head, all pervasive. See that fantastic thing? Atmani niyacha. Tamcha buddhisakshini, that also purnatma nirvikalpe, purnatmani nirvikalpe. That which is purnatma, pure consciousness, all pervasive, nirvikalpa. There is no vikalpa, no modification of any kind. That means consciousness here, there, everywhere is one and the same. Ishvara. After this, how talk? Nirvikalpa is not a subject to be talked about. It's like talking on silence. What a waste of time. The most eloquent speech on silence is silence. Because what is that something which can describe silence better than itself? Are you getting that point? Can anything describe silence? Itself is its best description. Not books, paintings, persons, things. Purnatmana nirvikalpe. What is that to explain? Understand? So, but you go from the known to the unknown. Perceptions. You resolve, including your speech, you resolve in thought. Two types of thought. Here you can say mana, thought, buddhi as ahankara also, I thought. Now both the thoughts resolve in sakshi, witness. And where is that consciousness? Not only here, everywhere. Like, please see this. Understand silence. Now I am talking to you. Now you are concentrating on my speech. I know silence is beyond the speech. So I stop talking. The moment you touch the silence here, where is the silence now? Is it only here? At once? Where are you sitting? Come on. Where are you sitting now? In ashram? Or on the earth? What do you call ashram? Is this little place, name is ashram. To touch the earth, where should you go? Where are you sitting now? Ashram? In India. You are sitting in India, but you are not sitting down in Europe. Because different landmass, different names are given. But if you are sitting in India, you are sitting on the earth. If you sit down in Europe also, you are sitting on the earth. So where is earth? Everywhere. So your thought is in consciousness, my thought is in consciousness. Different thoughts, but consciousness? Same. So to touch it, where should you touch? You are with yourself. And where is that? Purnatmani nirvikalpe, consciousness. And for that expansion, there is no effort is needed. Are you getting that? Are you getting that? Huh? To expand in consciousness, there is no effort is needed. Like, is it necessary to expand the silence? Listen, sound can be magnified. Sound can be amplified because sound is limited. Sound can be, because if I speak here without this sound machine, you cannot hear. So this is needed for amplifying the sound. Because sound has a limited range. Do you purchase a machine to amplify silence? Do you purchase a machine to amplify silence? Effortlessly all-pervasive. To expand your thought, you need to do something. That is why Vyasa. Vyasa's name is Vyasa because Vyasanat Vyasa. He'll take one idea, make a huge story out of it. Just think of a storyline. Think of a storyline. What is a storyline? There was a king. He had 3 wives, 4 children. Babies got grown up, got married. And then one boy went to jungle. Rakshas came and took it away. And he died. They killed him, brought back. That is how long it takes to talk Ramayana? The whole storyline is in 2 minutes. But how many verses somebody has written? That is why his name is known as Vyasa. Vyasanat Vyasa. One who revels in luxuriating the thought. Now same thing also. You want to build upon your thoughts? Lot of things. Expansion on thoughts? Lot of time. Expansion on consciousness? Amplifying the sound? Lot of effort needed. Amplification here, then telecasting, broadcasting, around the world, machines must be there, available to receive the sound also. For silence, expanding the silence, what should you do? Already all over. Same thing, awareness. That is why to be Purnatmana Nirvikalpa, you don't have to struggle. You are with yourself. All over at all times. Okay? Ishvara. Tattad bhavosya yoginah deha pranondriya manah buddhyadi virupadivi yayavrute samayogah tattadavavosya yoginah. Please, is so beautiful. Very beautiful. Huh? This is lovely. It's absolutely lovely verse. Deha, prana, indriya, mana, buddhi, adivihi, upadivihi. Buddhyadi. All these things, etc. Deha, body, prana, your vital air, sense organs, indriya, manaha, mind, buddhi, the intelligence, chittam, ahankara. Are you getting that? Chittam, ahankara. And from the buddhi, before the body starts, your wealth, riches and other things. Beginning from the perceptible universe to your gross body, to your sense organs and the different conditions of the body and the sense organs and thoughts of various kinds. In all these, yayai brute samayogah tattad bhavasya yoginah. A yogi, one who is one with himself. Now, at whatever level he identifies, that identity he takes. Understand? Because of the ignorance when he was playing with the body, now he was telling, of course I am the body. And he thought body is me. So, the limitation of the body was imposed upon himself. Listen the difference between ignorance and wisdom. In ignorance, please see, in ignorance, when I say I am the body, the limitation of the body is imposed upon me. Are you getting that? In wisdom, when I say I am the body, I am always aware of the limitlessness of the self. I am immortal, playing out the role of a body. So in ignorance, when the role is a bondage, In wisdom, in awakening, the role is a celebration. If you lose yourself in the role, you are bound. If you play the role, you are free. Is it difficult to understand? Very difficult, huh? Are you getting it? So you now can fix up for yourself what exactly you are trying to do in your life. You don't need anybody else to tell you. Why are you bound? You are dragging the role onto yourself, there you are bound. Why are you free? Because you are yourself. How can you ever be bound by a role? Are you getting that point, please? Except by ignorance. Like an actor is playing the role of, actor is playing a role. Think. An actor is playing a role. When an actor is playing a role, however can an actor be bound by a role? By chance the actor pretends to be the role himself, or after the drama is over, suppose the actor continues to play the role, what will happen? Suddenly he will invoke the sympathy of the audience. Ayo, pao, what happened? The fellow is become nuts. In French language, you know what is nuts? Fou. That's a very nice language. Fou. You are nuts. Vous êtes fou. Okay? The fellow becomes nuts. Fou. If by chance the actor forgets himself and takes himself with the role, does he need your condemnation or sympathy? Huh? Sympathy. You don't condemn, you sympathize. So with the whole world, shall you condemn the ignorant man or sympathize with the ignorant man? You only sympathize. Pava, teri. That is compassion, kindness. Natural compassion comes in. Poor thing. Suppose a poor man is poor, you feel genuinely concerned. When the rich man is feeling poor, and the poor man is poor, you genuinely feel concerned. If a rich fellow and he has gone crazy, he thinks he is poor, how do you feel? Pathetic condition. You sympathy only. When the infinity considers itself finite, what do you consider? Only compassion. Power. Are you getting that? So play the role. And wherever you play the role, he says nicely, Deha, Indriya, Prana, Mana, Buddhi, whatever upadi, yayai brute samayoga, tattad bhavasi yoginaha tattad bhava, yayai brute samayoga. With whatever roles he identifies, that is the role he plays now. In ignorance, you lose yourself in the role. In your wisdom, you play yourself with the role. When you have to function through your body, you are functioning with the body. Sense organs, you are using your sense organs. Thoughts, you are using your thoughts. Are you getting that? How beautiful it is. That is why nothing is a curse for you anymore. Everything is a blessing. In ignorance, everything appears to be a curse. In wisdom, everything appears to be a blessing. When you cannot manage, a car is a curse. When you know how to drive, the car is a blessing. Are you getting that? Anything, when you cannot manage, it becomes a curse. And when you know how to handle it, beautiful. Everything in the beginning stage is unmanageable, right or wrong? Everything. You know, have you seen children playing with that Nintendo and a game? Other day somebody gave me one. Very nice game it was. You know, you start the game, the helicopters come, parachutes will be falling. When the passes, you have to just shoot it. It will fall. First time I played, only 17. The child played some 200. Because he is shooting, he's doing like this. And he said, Swamiji, you want to play? I said, yes, why not? They play. So I played. Oh. Then I said, oh. Then I knew how to do that. First I was finding difficulty. How to rotate it quickly, how to press it quickly so that all the bullets go and bring the little bullets go and bring the that helicopter also down. When helicopter down, more point you get. Suddenly I saw that. I said, oh, very good. Okay, let me say. Then suddenly I am 350. And the child was very happy. Oh, he going to tell his mommy. Oh, Swamiji scored 350. Swamiji scored 350. She was so excited because he thought I was dumb, Playing. Learning to cycle, learning cycling. Is it easy in the beginning? But once you learn cycling, you won't drop out the cycle. You won't give the cycle to anybody. Motorcycle, car, anything for that matter. In the beginning stages, everything you find little inconvenient to do. But as you grow up, you learn to enjoy it. Same thing also body. Same thing also your mind. So don't think that it is a huge thing. This also must be mastered. That is why when you know these things, they call you a Swami. Swami means what? Master over others, huh? No, mastery over yourself. Swami means Prabhu, a master. Mastery over your body, your mind, not over others. Swami does not mean a mastery over others. A mastery over your body, your mind, your thinking. You see it for yourself very clearly. And therefore, tattadi bhavasya yogina. So you are with yourself and please appreciate. Oh, this is wonderful. When other roles you can go on keeping changing, the actor doesn't change. Your identification with Deha, Prana, Indriya, Mano, Buddhi, different times are different things. But you can't be forgetting yourself. You are all the time with yourself. Because yourself is not a role. Yourself being the actor, that being yourself, you never forget yourself. Whereas roles can go on changing. When you are thinking, suppose it's like this. Your mind, your body is going through hunger. Your body is going through hunger, terribly hunger going through. Then suddenly somebody tells you, oh, your brother is hit by a car. Will you say, quickly, give me the lunch, finish and go? Will you say that? What? Hit by the car? Ooh! Gone. You stay there, go there, call the ambulance, take him to the hospital, admit him, operation over, ICU, 36 hours gone. No food. And you don't feel hungry. When that is over, okay, give some tea. Tea. Not even a full meal. What happened to your body? When you hit your mind, body is totally forgotten. That is why even the kings will abdicate their kingdoms falling in love with somebody. The British monarch did that, no? Fell in love with a widow. And the British monarch is not supposed to marry one widow. Supposed to marry in another religion or something. Then he was asked, either that or the throne. She who chose the girl, abdicated the throne, gave it up. Why? For him, his mind is more important. Depends. Are you getting that point, please? But at no time you can give up yourself. All the time you are with yourself. Ati yoginaha. All the deha, indriya, prana, mano, buddhi. And there every role. Same thing also. When you say indriya, listen carefully. When you say manaha, that includes all types of faiths. Different type of faith. Believing in this God, this practice, that practice. That also a particular faith that you have. That is also a role. When people kill each other in the name of a God or name of a religion, you know what does it mean? Just to satisfy your emotion, a thought, you are killing other people. It's because that religion doesn't tell you about yourself. It condemns you to a thought as the God. It condemns you as a form as a God. He condemns you to a book as the God. He condemns to a particular institution as the God. And therefore, fanaticism everywhere. But if they tell you, you are the truth, then everything is divine. No problem at all. When I say everything is divine, the other person says, no, only this is the divine. He drags me into a conflict. Are you getting that point? I say, everything is God. He said, no, this is the only thing God. I said, no, this is also God. He said, no, this is not God. So he will try to destroy it. When you try to destroy it, you have to defend. When you defend, people say, how can you fight? What? You understand how terrible it is. For me, it makes no difference if you say, that is God, this is God, that is God, this is God. Yeah, everything. That is God. Yes, this is, yes, that is, yes. Another person says, nothing doing. This is the only God. So all other things are ungodly. Therefore must be destroyed. Because it's not his God. So he must destroy everything. Now when he is destroying everything, you say it's not that destroying God, but why are you destroying anything? No, you are not supposed to destroy. If you say no, he shall say you are being violent. Wonderful. How unfortunate. That is where the proselytizing religions become dangerous. Because they don't believe in human beings. They believe in being follower of a faith. You are not a person. For them, your being a person is not important. Your being the follower of a religion is more important. That is why they proselytize. And when they proselytize, what happens? Naturally, you have to tell them, why do you make a person only follower of this? Don't do that. Oh, you are not allowing me to be and exercise my freedom of religion, freedom of preaching. What? Which will destroy everything. Is it a freedom? Your freedom will kill everybody. When I am ready to accept that you are part of the whole system, that is also God, this is also God, everything is truth, no problem. See how people become fanatic. It all in the realm of the thought itself. Whereas when you are with yourself, because when you are with yourself, all these things means just roles for you to be played in the world. And that is why the whole world is a stage. You finish the drama, you play your little act in the drama of human existence, and your action is over. Screen drops, you are gone. Other people continue to play. Life is so beautiful. Okay, having told this, then he reads further, please read. Tat tanni vrutya mune samyak sarvo paramanam sukham sandrusyate sadananda rasanubhava viplavah tanni vrutya mune samyak sarvo paramanam sukham sandrusyate sadananda rasanubhava viplavah. So both the verses should be in fact seen together. Like whatever you are playing with, yai brute samayoga tattad bhavasya yoginah. See, both the person known as a yogi. The one who is starting is known as yogi, the person who understands also is yogi. How is that possible? The person who is starting also yogi, person who is knowing also is yogi. Yes. How can you say that? Okay. When a person is studying engineering, he just joined the engineering college. What do you call him? Engineering student. No. He is an engineering student now. He is going to be engineer. So, the one who is starting also engineer, finishes also is engineer. These are the lawyers. These are the lawyers. Who? The fellow is studying first year of the law. These are the lawyers, future engineers, future doctors, right? Starting, no? Same thing. Everybody is a yogi. Why? Starting. Everybody is jnani. Everybody is yogi. So when you start this learning also, you are a yogi, jnani, whatever you call it. Hacha yogi cha, jnani cha, bhakta cha, call it anything. You like yogi, jnani, bhakta, anything. It doesn't matter. All one and the same. Everybody you are. And who is that? The person who in the beginning stages, whatever Ye brute samayoga tattad bhavasya yogina. Suppose you with the body, dehoham. With prana, pranoham. I am the prana. With indriya, I am the indriya. Meaning, with the body, I am young, I am old, I am fat, lean, black, white, green, yellow, red, brown. At body level. Sense organ level, I see, I hear, I taste, I touch. Then thought level, different types of memories. Acha. Tannivruttya. When you give up that identification, look, I am body, I am sense organ, I am thought. When I say I am body, now I give up the body role. Now I goes to sense organ. I give up the sense organ role. I go to thought. I give up the thought. I thought also. Then what? Tat nivritya mune samyak sarva uparamanam sugam. Sarva uparamanam. Withdrawn from everything. Now there is nothing to identify with it. There is everything to identify with it, but you don't identify anymore. You are with yourself. Sandrusyate sadananda rashanubhava viplava. When you see the roles as they are and withdrawn from the role, you see yourself as you are, that time rasanubhava viplava, the flood of revelry within yourself as to who you are, pure consciousness free from roles. All the time. Then you discover as though previously I was losing myself in the roles, now I am happy with myself. Rasa anubhava viplava. Sada ananda rasa anubhava viplava. Always contented with yourself. Meaning there is no ups and downs. Ups and downs at the level of the thoughts. Health or disease at the level of the body. Youth or old age at the level of the body. All the changes in the level of the world. I am changeless, absolute. Shivoham, Shivoham. The whole world is Shava. It's a cremation ground. In the world of finite, cremation ground of finite, Aham Shivaha, Shivoham. I am the Shiva. So the Shiva dancing in the realm of mortality. Shiva, the immortal auspiciousness, dancing in the realm of mortality. Shivoham, Shivoham. Play the game. Play the game. And no role is a problem, isn't it? Role is not a problem because role doesn't stick to you. Come on, take that idea. Role sticks to you or you drag the role to yourself. Simple. This much can you really push it into your head? Who punishes you? Role punishes you or you drag the role onto yourself? The role holds on to you or you hold on to the roles? Cigarette holds on to you or you hold on to the cigarette? Any habit. Coffee holds on to you or you hold on to coffee? You went home, you are leaving home for a trip, coffee bottle goes with you, cries, take me with you. What shall I do when you go away? Nobody is going to drink me, take me with you. Does the coffee whole instrument cries with you? Cigarette packet starts jumping and shouting, "What is this? You are leaving me alone? Take me in your pocket now. I want to jump into your mouth now." Does the cigarette packet cry? Chocolate melting away, crying, "Why? You are not eating me?" Yes, true. Please see. Do you hold on to rolls or rolls hold on to you? If your sins, rolls don't hold on to you, how nice it is to drop easily. Have you not seen children? Children are happy with their mother. Just think, children are happy with their mother. Just take an example. Children are happy with their mother. Child is playing happily with the mother. Now you visit that house because he is your daughter, she is your daughter and daughter's son, is a grandson. So you play your daughter's house or you visit your son's house and you are playing with the babies. For how many days? 5 days. Of course the baby likes you because you are the grandmother, you are the grandfather. But he likes his mother more. So 4-5 days you played with the child. When you are leaving, who cannot leave the child? Child cannot leave you or you can't leave the child? The child will happily staying with the mother, but you are coming back again and again. Why are you coming back? If the child is happily living without you, it's so easy to drop the child and go. Why? Because he is happy with the mother. So I can go away. You cannot go away. Why? Because you are stuck, not the child is stuck on you. The child is not stuck on you. You are stuck on the child. See that? If the child is not stuck on you, how easy to drop out? Because, he's happy with the mother, I'm going. Or he's happy playing with himself, I'm going. How nice. Body is not stuck on you. If you neglect your body, body doesn't care. Every role, your thoughts, if you don't hold on to it, thoughts don't care. So it's easy to drop the identity or no? If you can't drop the identity, who is obsessed? Roles or you? Are you getting that? Understand, please. See it like that. Enjoy life. If you have to really enjoy life, play roles. Don't hold on to the roles. That is why religion also is a role. But what happens? When some people consider their faith as the supreme, that is the only faith, they kill everybody. When they kill, now you have to defend yourself. Then everybody, the so-called secular man says, "Oh, in the name of religion, everybody is killing each other." I see. In the name of secularism also, you are killing each other. Which government is better? And now there is Georgia and in fighting between Russia and Georgia. In the name of religion? If there is a fighting in Iraq, is it in the name of religion? Take away the petrol, nobody will go there to fight. How many people go to defend Tibet? Nobody. Why? There is nothing there. What is there to fight? Let Tibet go to dog. Just think. Whatever is true for an ordinary human being, collectively do it for a country. Understand? So if you are happy with yourself and your religion is your role, you will not kill in the name of the religion or on the money or for anything. So play the role. Be with yourself. Okay? Having told, now he further says, another chapter begins now. So, read that, we shall read. Antastyago bahistyaga hai viraktasyaiva yujyate त्यजत यंतर वही संग विरक्तस्तु मुमुक्षया वहीस्तु विषये संगम tathantara mahadivi tathahama virakta eva shaknoti tyaktum brahmani nishtitah antastyago bahistyagah viraktyasya yujyate tyajati antarvahi sangam viraktastu mumukshaya bahistu vishayi sangam tathantarahamaadivi virakta eva shaknoti tyaktum brahmani nishtitah. So now he beautifully shows you literally a graphic description about how to give up that identity with the role. See, it's such a beautiful picture. It's such a beautiful word picture is given to you. So beautiful. Antastyaga bahityaga viraktasya eva ujyate. Viraktasya mumukshoho, one who is desirous of liberation, and therefore vairagi, he is now dispassionate. Is dispassionate from ya amutra surga bhogeshu icharahityam. You know all that you have seen in your introductory classes. The person who is no more interested in looking for happiness here and there, either here in this world or in the hereafter in the heavens. Person is interested in finding the truth in himself, happiness in himself. So such a person, it is easier, antastyaga bahityaga yujyate. For such a person, it is easier to give up the roles. Where? Antaha bahi. Outside, inside. Bahi, outside, antaha, inside. Acha. Antarbahi sangam tyajati mumukshya, desirous of liberation. This person gives up his identity with the both outside as well as inside roles. What are the outside roles? Bahistu vishayi sangha. Bahitu vishayi sangam. Outside, there are so many roles. Vishaya, sense objects. Please see, sense objects. Gross body is outside. First see, gross body is outside. Acha. Sense organ is outside or inside? Outside. Because your eyes, your ears, your tongue, your nose, your touch, everything is outside. Sense objects, outside. All these are outside. Please see, all these are outside. Now, please think for yourself. Is it necessary? Will you please see this? Do you see this flower? You see. Now, please tell me, you see the flower or eyes see the flower? Suppose you don't say, I see the flower. Will the eyes stop seeing? Will the eyes stop seeing because you don't say, I see the flower? Eyes will continue to see. Suppose you say, I don't breathe. So nose will stop breathing. Just think. Is it necessary to say, I see the flower to see the flower? Is it necessary to say, I hear the sound to listen to the sound? So what is the necessity of eye? To see, to hear, to taste, to touch, to smell. Is it necessary to say eye? No. Then what is the necessity of eye? To describe, to communicate, you need an eye. Are you getting that point, please? To describe, to communicate. I heard this, I saw this, I touched this. Just to communicate your experiences, you need the eye. Or else communication will be difficult. Or else every time you say, my eyes saw the, my ears heard the squirrel singing, my eyes saw the sun rising. I mean, perhaps that will be a better language in the world, so that everybody understands what it clearly. Maybe it is a new language we should, new line of language we should start. It's a little clumsy. But it is so sensible. My ears hearing this. Am I hearing? I am conscious. Ears report. Ears reporting the sound. Eyes report the sound. So beautiful, So these are all outside. Now, I have identified with it. It is not tyaga, now it is bhoga. In ignorance, I am the one enjoying. I see, I hear. Since I say I see, I want to see more. Since I say I hear, I want to hear more. Since I say I touch, I want to touch more. Since I say I taste, I want to taste more. Since I say I smell, I want to smell more and to experience more. Bhoga, the fellow is lost. You are lost in the sensation and sense pleasure. The person is lost. While losing in the sensation, what is really enjoying the happiness? Where is he enjoying the happiness? In being with himself. When he sees that, now the tyaga begins. Tyaga means what? Listen carefully. Tyaga does not mean you give up your sense organ, but you no more identify with your sense organ. Are you getting that point, please? Giving up, when you say tyaga, it is not giving up the sense organ, but no more identifying with the sense organ. You don't give up the sense organ. You cannot. Your sense organs must be there, but no more I say I see. So that is bahityaga. Eyes continue to see, but no more I say I see. Ears continue to hear, but no more I say I hear. Body continues to grow, but no more I say I am the body. Okay. That is where comes your feeling. It's not speaking, I am not the body. It is your feeling. When I say I am growing, I know the body is growing. This is bahityaga. Renouncing the roles outside. What is antatyaga? Ahamadivihi. So many thoughts are there. So many thoughts. How many thoughts? Every perception is a thought. How many perceptions in life? Millions of perceptions. But broadly classified into 5 types. Sound, taste, touch, sight, taste, smell. Broad variety. Who is identifying with it? I identify. You see how proud person becomes. Think of it. How proud the person becomes. I take a video camera. Okay? I take a video camera to Europe, Africa, Australia. Wherever I go, suppose I take a video camera. Video camera tapes everything. What I see, video sees. And through the video I record. Okay? Video also records the sound and sight and the sound. I also record the sight and sound in my head. What is the difference? The video camera does not feel proud. Taped the Australian trip. Saw the European landscape. But this camera, getting so proud. Oh, I visited America, I visited Australia and Europe. So many things I have seen. Now who is proud? Body is proud? Sense organs proud? Clearly can you catch the thief? I. The video camera does not feel proud of seeing and hearing. But this video camera, also the body is not proud of seeing, hearing, going around the world. Is the body proud of going around the world? Can you say your car was very proud because you went to Tirupati and came back? Huh? And very holy also. The car also feels very holy. Don't touch me, just now coming from Tirupati. Oh, I carried the laddu. Does the chariot feel holy that the God is sitting on it? Just think, does the chariot feel holy because the God is sitting on it? Neither the body feels holy because it holds the God or the truth. Body is just a beautiful chariot. So who is doing that? Identification. I thought. So inside there are so many thoughts. How many? Millions of thoughts. Different kinds. And there is also I thought. So previously not knowing this, I was identifying with every thought and through the extension of thought with the body and the world. Now, bahityaga, leave things as they are, body is as it is, world as it is, sense organ as it is. Then antastyaga, how do you do that? Every thought as they are. I don't identify with the memories. And this I thought, which was jumping into the identification, what is its source? Myself. Just like the name Rose doesn't create Rose, the word I doesn't create me. Who I am already existing. Antastyaga. So whatever is inside, you are no more identifying with, but you are conscious. Whatever outside, you are no more identifying with, you are conscious. You are being yourself. Now, consciously, if you take the role of the I, then also no problem. You can play the, are you getting that? Even you can, consciously you can play the role of the ahankar, I thought. You have to use the word I without losing yourself on the I. Are you getting that? Like an actor playing the role of a beggar does not lose himself in the beggar. Plays the role of a king does not lose himself in the king. It's only roles. Same thing. Whether it is this thought or that thought, whether it is I thought or other thought, everything is a thought. Who I am? Nirvikalpa Purnatmana Stitaha, pure consciousness always. Iti, a person sees it. Virakta, one who is interested in knowing himself, he does it. Okay? How beautiful. Are you getting that? Please put that whole picture, the entire world outside, including your body, sense organs, everything, your thoughts, all your thoughts, including I thought. So I thought also is a role. That is why when you study these things, you can't fight in the name of a god or a religion or a caste or creed or sex or race. Nothing. Everything is beautiful. Roles, not roles. Which one is, are you getting that? Roles are harmful. The actor is harmful. That is why the role becomes useless. Understand? Okay, all right. Having seen that, now further he says. So, this you get this knowledge, you get because of your mumukshutva, desire of liberation, you get it. So now he gives a beautiful picture, read it. Vairagya bodho purushasya pakshivat Paksho vijanihi vichakshanattvam. Vimukti saudhagratalpadhirohanam. Tabhyam vinananyatarena siddhyati. Vairagya bodho purushasya pakshivat. Paksho vijanihi vichakshanattvam. Vimukti saudhagrataladhirohanam. Tabhyam vinananyatarena siddhyati. Underline it. This is a very, very important verse. Very beautiful. So many of the questions people ask, will solve this particular, will solve that. Very beautifully. Which one is important? People ask this question. Whether discrimination is important, dispassion is important, jnana is important, karma is important. Say, hey, please don't ask that type of silly questions. In a sense, everything has a place. And especially, very nicely says the example, Vimukti Saudha Agrataladirohanam. If you want to climb Adirohanam, if you want to climb the palace of freedom, Vimukti Saudha Agratala Avarohanam. If you want to reach the top of the palace of freedom, and if you are like a bird who wants to reach the height, fly to the height of the palace, you need pakshav, two wings, a pair of wings. And one is vairagya, other is bodha. One wing is dispassion, other wing is discrimination. One is knowledge, other is dispassion. Both the wings must be there to flap, for the bird to take off, to climb the palace of liberation. If one is cut, you can't go. Understand? You need both. Bhakti, jnana. Devotion, knowledge. Discrimination, dispassion. We need both. The person is simply devoted. No wisdom. He will be miserable all the time. That is why practice orientations without the backing of the wisdom, without the backing of the knowledge, rational approach, makes a person like a donkey. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad will say, the person who, can you believe, these are the dangerous statements given in the highest of the Upanishads, best of, all Upanishads are wonderful. Do you know what language he uses? He says, the fellows who lose themselves in karma kanda, in rituals, puja, worship, I am not telling you, Upanishads, those who do that, they are devanam pasuhu. They are like beast of burden for the gods. Because they are the ones who are carrying oblation to gods. And these minor deities will see to it that you don't get the knowledge. Why? Because if you get the knowledge, their offering will stop. It's not me talking, okay? Don't think that I am doing. I am not the minor deity, nor I am getting any prasadam. Okay? And that Sureshwaracharya, who was a great ritualist before he met Shankara, he says, when he writes in Aishkarma Siddhi and that book, he says, people who do these fire rituals will never see the truth. Why? Because while doing so many fire rituals, the smoke is so powerful, it covers their eyes. They cannot open their eyes to see the truth. I am not telling, huh? Don't blame me. Like one day I was coming to Tiruvannamalai. You know, near Janji, you have seen that mountains, hillocks, stones after stone, big stone and big stone. Vishnu, the boy, we are sitting on the land now because he was the one who did everything for us. He is dead. Had he been alive, he would have been here always because he was always here. Nice fellow. Anyway, one day he was driving with me. Then, first time he saw these stones. He said, Swamiji, who put these stones like there? I said, don't blame me, huh? I have not put it. My hands are clear, you see. There is nothing here. He laughed for 1 hour. It's like you want to listen to a joke? They are not interested. All right. Okay. One day teacher goes to the classroom and he says, inspector is coming to visit the school. He has to see what the students have learnt. So he asked the question in the presence of the inspector. Who broke the bow of Rama? Shivadhanu. Who broke the bow of Shiva? Rama broke it for marrying, what is that girl's name? Sita, Rama broke it to marry Sita, no? So he said, who broke the Shivadhanu? The whole class is quiet. Suddenly, the teacher said, why don't you answer? Then one fellow suddenly goes, Sara, I have not broken. I didn't break. Then other fellow goes, I also did not break. Please, what is this? The inspector got so wild. He said, what nonsense? This is what you are teaching? Who broke Shivadhanu? And this fellow said, I didn't break. So he goes and tells the principal. He tells the teacher, what are you teaching? Then this teacher says, sir, what can they do? They have not broken. How can they say they have broken? So then he goes to the principal. So these students say they have not broken it. And when I am telling the teacher says also, they have not broken. How can they say they have broken? Now what type of teacher, what type of student? Then the headmaster principal says, sir, I am really kind. Thank you for you to come and tell me. See, they have not broken. The students have not broken. The teacher has not broken. But if you still think somebody has broken this Yodhanu, we shall replace the Dhanu. We shall replace that bow and arrow. But don't get angry and don't give bad report. Who will replace? That time the Prime Minister was, not that time, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was Prime Minister, this joke we further extend to him only. Then this fellow goes to Prime Minister. Look at this. In your education secretary, education department, education is so stupid. And then when I am asking who has broken the Shivadhanu, students say they have not broken, teachers say they have not broken, how can they say yes? And the principal said they will replace the Dhanu. What do you say? He said, look, I have also not broken. Had I broken, I would have married Sita. I am unmarried. Anyway, they have not broken. What can they do? I have not done that. You see, this is what exactly this he says. For the Vimukti Saudhagra Avarohanam. Yes. Exactly. Right. So here comes the owning of this physical body. Think of this. Owning of this body. This is not mine. Understand? You know, just like the rituals I was talking about. They say, if you are lost in the rituals, lost in the puja, the gods will see to it that you don't get it. Because their puja will stop. So simply involving yourself in this thing is not going to give you this knowledge. What you need is discrimination. The jnanam, the knowledge you need to question, to challenge, to understand. That is why rituals are not universal. Knowledge is universal. A particular method is not universal. Are you getting that? A particular method is not universal. What shall give you certain rest or respite is different from somebody else. But ultimately, both of the person must get the knowledge. It doesn't matter what tradition you are born into. It doesn't matter what practices you follow. But ultimately you must know yourself. And both are needed. Why? Because just because somebody has intelligence, suppose he is so proud, oh, I can do everything. I don't need to understand anything. He can be destroyed. No, there should be devotion. That there is something like creation, creator, what is this creation? I must understand. I really don't know anything about myself. How many intelligent people you can convince that they don't know anything about themselves? If the person is so proud, whatever he knows, he thinks he knows. I am an engineer, full stop. What can you tell him? I am a rich man, full stop. He doesn't depend on anybody because a lot of money is there. Until, of course, someday money is gone, the job is gone, wife runs away, husband runs away, cancer comes, something somewhere comes in, then the whole world collapses. Then the person wakes up, oh, what is this? But because he has so far never questioned anything, the fellow will quietly suffer himself to death. Because he cannot at this moment accept that what all throughout the life he has followed is not right. He can't say that. That is why quietly person suffers and dies away. Please understand. But if you want to reach the palace of liberation, you need to have Viveka Vairagya. Why should it have that? Please, as I told you the last case. Before you do Tyaga, there is a Bhoga. Before you do the renunciation, now please tell me, what comes in life first? Tyaga or Bhoga? Renunciation or indulgence? Indulgence comes first in life. Are you getting that? Everybody starts indulging. Everybody starts experiencing, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. As a child, we start indulging. That is why later date people find it difficult to give up. And they don't understand to be happy with yourself. Listen, indulgence does not give you happiness. Listen carefully. Indulgence doesn't give you happiness. Indulgence gives you sensation. But to be happy with yourself, you don't have to give up every experience. You must know how to experience. Are you getting that? So, but usually renunciation is opposed to indulgence. Indulgence means eating, renunciation means not eating, so dying. Indulgence means seeing, tasting, touching. Renouncing means not to see anything, not to touch anything. That is why when you see that opposite picture, the person feels frightened. Oh, what is, I am not interested. It's better to have some experience than to, I'll give up this. No Brahman, I am finished. That is where you have to be very, very careful. Indulgence means experiencing those things, no doubt. At this moment, as a child, as we are growing up, we are unconsciously losing ourselves in different sensations, what we call life. But there is no sense of satisfaction. There is an emptiness. So we come to appreciate what is this happiness. When I say happiness is myself, okay, logically convincing, I am happiness. But the old habits remain. To get out of the old habits, now you need the vairagya, dispassion. That, hey, that is cannot give me happiness. That is why you withdraw yourself for some time. Why? To see that you are the happiness with yourself. When I see I am the happiness with myself, now I can experience the same thing, but no more I am involved with it. Are you getting that? So previously, there is identification with both outside as well as inside. Now, there is no identification. I am with the outside world, I am with the thought, but there is no identification. I am with myself. Okay? So please see that very clearly. The whole development, the growth of the human psyche, we shall see more of it in the afternoon, but please see, both are very, very important. The world outside cannot be held responsible. Body cannot be held responsible. Nothing can be held responsible for any confusion. It is all about myself. I must know my nature. Okay? We shall see that in the afternoon. Please close your eyes.